If you are looking to get the absolute best price to performance gaming PC build, then you came to the right place. I will show you the fastest FPS per dollar gaming PC that will crush 1440p and even 4K resolution gaming. And of course, if you have a 1080p monitor, this will be even faster. By the way, every component is compatible with each other with no bottlenecks. That way you avoid any stuttering and you get the highest and smoothest FPS. And you will find the link to every component mentioned down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability in your region, whether it's the UK or the US, in case you want to build the same exact PC yourself. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. Now, this PC will start with the CPU and it has one of the best value CPUs in the entire market, in my opinion the best one, and I'm talking about the Ryzen 5 7600X. This is a very fast CPU that will not bottleneck the graphics card, which I will be talking about in just a second, and in terms of gaming performance, this CPU is amazing and will allow you to play esports games like Valorant, Fortnite, CS2, and this type of titles at 240 plus FPS on average competitive settings at 1440p resolution, possibly even more if the esports game that you're playing is not so high demanding, for example Valorant. So feel free to go with a 240 or 360Hz 1440p monitor or a 240Hz 4K one. Now, this CPU is also great when it comes to high CPU demanding games like Flight Simulator, so overall you're getting a very solid processor that's great for gaming and also productivity work and content creation in terms of price to performance. Now, one of the most important features about this CPU is the fact that it shouldn't bottleneck the graphics card, and in this case I went with the NVIDIA RTX 5070, which in my opinion is the best price to performance graphics card if you want to combine high performance at a reasonable price. Now, it's not super cheap, but it's definitely not the most expensive graphics card in the market, and in terms of gaming performance you are achieving very high frame rates when it comes to 1440p high demanding titles, and I mean in the most high demanding games out there you are going to be achieving between 80 and 100 FPS on average, high to ultra settings, so very strong performance in high demanding games, high to ultra settings. And then if you want to play at 4K, you are going to be averaging well over 60 plus FPS if you're using the right settings, so you can play high demanding titles at 4K and 1440p with no issues, which is amazing. This graphics card is also very solid if you want to use ray tracing because it's from NVIDIA, and also you get DLSS, which is a great upscaling technology in case you want faster performance, especially at 4K resolution high to ultra settings. Now, the CPU and GPU combo is amazing. You are getting top tier performance at a reasonable price, but we also need the right components around this combo because you do not want to bottleneck the CPU or the GPU or the airflow or anything else. That's why I went with an aftermarket CPU cooler for the cooling of the CPU with RGB, and it's going to work amazingly well. That way you don't have to worry about CPU temps. Then I also went with the Montec X5 case because it has amazing airflow at a really good price with pre-installed RGB fans, so you don't have to install extra fans yourself. That's going to make it easier for you, and also in terms of cooling and airflow, it's going to be top tier for the price that you are paying. Then you get a really good quality motherboard alongside 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, so you will be getting an amazing level of gaming, streaming, and content creation performance. And on top of that, you get a 2TB SSD, which is plenty of storage in case you want to install a bunch of games or a bunch of programs. If you want to do multitasking, 2TB is amazing. Now, of course, if you want an even cheaper PC, you can go with 1TB and upgrade down the line in case you don't have the budget to buy 2TB right now. But in the near future, if you ever need more, you can always upgrade. Now, let's talk about pricing, which is quite important, and the total price by the time of filming in the US is around 1,200 USD, which is a very solid price once again for a PC that's going to crush 1440p and even 4K resolution. So 2 thumbs up. In my opinion, this is the best pure price performance PC that you can get at the moment, and if you are from the UK, for this same PC it's going to cost you around £1,050 by the time of filming. Now, maybe when you're watching this video the price is different, it might be a bit higher or it might be a bit lower, so I do recommend you checking the latest prices and availability from the links down in the video description box. And then if you have more money to spend, maybe you're looking for a great price to performance system but you still have more money to spare, and in that case you can get a beast of a 4K system that will crush 4K on high demanding titles, high to ultra settings, and it's also amazing when it comes to 1440p, and you will be maxing out 1440p resolution no matter the type of game. This comes from upgrading your graphics card from the NVIDIA RTX 5070 to the RTX 5070 Ti. This graphics card has more VRAM in 16GB instead of 12GB, which will be amazing for 4K resolution in those high demanding games and also for future games at 4K or 1440p. And in terms of gaming performance, with the 5070 Ti you can expect well over 120 plus FPS FPS on average in the most high demanding games out there at 1440p, and over 80 FPS when it comes to 4K, or even higher performance if you decide to play with DLSS enabled in these high demanding titles. Now, making this upgrade will make the total price at around 1,400 USD, which is still a really solid price for the level of performance that you are getting. And then if you are from the UK, the price will be around 1,300 pounds, so it's going to be more expensive than in the US. So if you are from the UK, you can also consider going with the RX 9070 XT graphics card from AMD, which is quite cheaper in the UK market. It just doesn't make sense to go with the 9070 XT at the moment in the US market because it's only a $50 difference and the Nvidia graphics card is slightly better overall. But in the UK market, the price difference is higher, so I do recommend you considering that option, and I will leave the AMD graphics card alternative down in the video description as well. You have to keep in mind that the 9070 XT is very similar in terms of pure gaming performance compared to the 5070 Ti, and the only thing that you are losing is the Nvidia feature set, so you're not going to be getting as good as a level of ray tracing performance, and you're not going to be getting the DLSS upscaler, but you get FSR, which is improving over time and is still pretty nice. Overall, whether you choose the first PC that's cheaper or this one that's a bit more expensive, you're going to be getting top tier performance for the price that you are paying. And if you have even more money than this, then I do recommend you watching my video on the best PC builds of the month for every budget and every resolution. I do believe that if you have more money, you can get systems that of course are faster, but they are not going to be the best price to performance systems. So in this video, I just wanted to cover the best FPS per dollar gaming PC in my opinion that you can build right now. Remember, you will find every link to every component with the latest prices and availability down below in the video description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.